Hey, what's up, everybody? We got our pullback. So that's, exactly what we talked about. We thought we could come back and revisit some of these prices down here. Now, with XRP, there was an alternative idea. Let me cover that real quick, which was that this was a three-wave move and it ended here. And you can see one, two, three, four, five. A, B, C. So it had a really good chance to end here, but you could see it just gave out completely. So now the count to me is one, two, three, four, and then an extended fifth. So I think we're done. I think we're almost done here. I think, this is pretty extended, right? So, like, let's just take, for example, this was a pump right here. So if I just take the size of that pump and I bring it down here, you could see, actually, let's put it right there. You can see we're not quite there, but we're almost there relative to how big this is, right? So this wave and this wave are in the same degree, so they should be similar in size, and we can see that. So I think we're close. Real quick on Theta. Remember, we were just talking about Theta having to come back down, right? Because this is flagging out. Anytime you have a crash and you're going up correctively, more often than not, you break down and you revisit the lows down here. All right. So maybe it's not quite done because Theta's not, it's about halfway there. A lot of times they can get deeper, maybe like somewhere down in here, right? Before then coming back up, and then having a nice five wave off of that. And then you want to flag out and then break out, right? And that creates a base. You come to the bottom, you come to the top, you come to the bottom, you come to the middle, you come to the side, pull back, continue higher. You're oscillating within the range. So if we break the low, that's not good. We don't want to keep making new lows because then we're going to have to restart the whole process over again. So let's hope that all of the time that we invested from here to here is part of the bottoming process, or at least part of the reversal slash retrace, because this is pretty impulsive to the downside. I would much rather have seen it kind of like drizzle down like this, kind of like make its way and drizzle, but it's just like instant, just annihilation. Like, so, if the risk is that this could turn into an impulse five wave move and then a three-way pullback and then a continuation down. So if we get something like that where we have another low, we have a three-way pullback, then you could really think about maybe this is could threaten the low. So what you really want to see is the price move back up like this and then move back down like this. And then that would give us a three-wave shape, and it would get us down to here, and then we can start building off of there. I mean, that's an idea. That's what you want to see. That doesn't mean that's going to happen, but that's what we want to look for in a reversal. And my opinion is that we will get a retracement, right? Because this is a crash, right? We have one, two, three, four, five, right? This is a crash to the downside. So we expect some kind of retrace. Either that's going to escape us out or that's going to really annihilate you, right? But in my opinion, we'll see where the rest of the market is once we get up here. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to get up there quickly. It could take time, right? Because this could be 1, 2, and this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of this could be wave 3. That's the issue, which means this could be a wave 4, and then we get wave 5. And then we start that bottoming, and then we go up and retrace. So that could take time, right? One of the reasons we don't think that is because if you look at the size of how big this wave is all the way to the downside, right there, and you take that same measurement, you could see we are more than enough. I mean, perfectly the same size, right? So if this is an A and this is a B and this is a C, then the C has completed how basically it's in the same degree as the A wave. So, but sometimes the C waves can be bigger, so, but not by a lot. Um, but yeah, we talked about just yesterday us coming down. So this was yesterday's
Yeah, the
video
biggest
here.
thing we need
Just kind of going through a couple things. Listen to this.
to do is the goal. But you could see we've been going up, 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 right? So we could always come back down in a bigger three-wave move, back down to really like $2. I mean, theoretically, we can come all the way back down and revisit these lows down here before then starting to come back up, right? Like
Here's another
SHIB, you
example.
could see we got this three-wave move here. So a lot of times you would have three-wave move back down. So yeah, a lot of them say maybe we got a little bit of a move down, but we just had a move down for XRP. So I don't see too much further to go on XRP, but like something like a SHIB, maybe you got to pull back in 3 so that you can go up then in 5.
All right, so there you go. So now when it comes to XRP, right, my thinking was, all right, we have a move down, right? So um, to here. Now either that's going to pull back and then start revisiting the low, but you could see what happened right here. This was after the video was made, we started bottlenecking in here, right? We actually we had the divergence and then we came up and then we just couldn't get above, right? So it was kind of a little bit of a bottleneck and then a lights out. Um, so yeah, the move was here and then it extended further down. So we lost this support here, and that's pretty much it, right? So now we have a big cluster of support right in here. So if you look, all of these candles right in here, all of these candles right in here, and that's exactly where we are now. So if we want to see a bounce, we don't want to see it just keep going down like this. That's not what we want to see. We want to see signs of strength come in, right? If you look at the RSI, we got bullish divergence on the 1 hour. It's extremely oversold. I mean, very oversold. We haven't been this oversold on the 1 hour. Let's see here. Wow. Since back in early February. So when we had that big massive dump back over here, I mean that's kind of like what we're seeing now. The speed, the velocity in which it's falling, multiply that by the price, it's it's pretty it's pretty quick. So let's see if we could look really zoomed in and see if we could see anything here. So I bought the dip. I bought the dip. Where did I buy? I just bought it right before I made the video. Somewhere in here, like 215, 216. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the low, right? But to me, I'm a risk taker. I take a shot. And if I feel right, because there's a lot of it is about intuition and feel, your feelings. If I feel like we're gonna take this low out, I could cut the trade. But I feel pretty good about where we are. I mean, 215 is a known area. The only thing I don't like is that this here is sort of a bottleneck. So you kind of drop in, you do a little bit of a bottleneck, and then you kind of pop the high, and then you have one more drop down to like 209, 208, somewhere down here. So that's a real possibility, and that's kind of what I'm looking for today. If the price is going to continue down, but this is all small time frame stuff, guys. Let's not forget where we are, because on the larger time frames, we're still in a range. We're still in a fourth wave. We're still expecting new highs. That's just the way I see it. Now, if we break this low, if we break $1.88 to, below, if we go back below $2, that's not going to be good, right? I mean, before, let's go to the 3-day chart here. Yeah, we were looking at this chart yesterday. Or was it the 3-day, 2-day? All right, we'll use the 2-day. So you could see right here we're going up, 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 up for many days in a row. Like you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we've been going up for about 2 weeks steadily, right? So you could see right here, you could see the definition right here. You could see the 3-wave pullback right there. So, and we were just talking about that yesterday, right? Now, I didn't know it was going to happen that fast or if it was going to happen at all, but it's still a possibility that we have to understand. And, so yeah, it does suck, but, that's what happens when we're at lows. Let's take a look at some more charts real quick. Like, let's look at Litecoin. I haven't seen Litecoin yet. Wow, Litecoin is almost breaking the low. So that's a bearish engulfing candle. See, we're already at the low. Remember, like I said, we've crashed and we're flagging out in here, right? You want to see a 3-way pullback, revisit the low, and then a continuation. But this is a complete impulse, right? We want to see it sort of correct down, not free fall down, right? So now we're dangling right at the lows here. Now it's all about, do we hold it? And really the real low is right here, right? So as long as we hold that, we have a shot at rounding out, making a higher low. Because this could be 1, 2, right? And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of that's 3. This is 4. And now we're getting 5. And then you get the divergence, and then you make the base. And then April and May are really your last months to go. But I just don't really see us having enough time if that was going to be the case. To me, what's more likely is that we spend, between June and September. And that's a long time, man. That's a long time. Between June and September are the most bearish months for crypto. Summer, right? That is the most, the volume's very low. People are on summer vacation. I don't know. Like, it's just interesting. Summer is just typically not a good time to invest. A lot of times people pull their money out during summers for whatever reason, right? School, I don't know, anything. There's a lot of different reasons. Kids going to school, taking kids on vacation. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in summer. But anyway, crypto is just bearish during summer. But my hope here is that we get 1, 2, like if this, I mean, it really looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It really looks like it's going to break the low for Litecoin. Maybe not for XRP, but for Litecoin, it looks like it potentially could break the low, which means we're going to have to start the bottoming process over again. So we would get a bounce, and then we would drizzle, 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 drizzle back down to the low. Then we would come up in 5. Then we would pull back in 3, create the base, maybe a Wyckoff, and then start pushing our way up, right? And then once we get to the retrace, that's when we just kind of flag out all summer, just grueling. And then once we get to October, November, December, that's when we take off. Or maybe this summer will be bullish. Maybe it's possible that this summer will be bullish. You know, there was a time when we had a bullish summer, and I'll take you back to that time right here. And I remember that. I know exactly where it is. That was 2019. I remember that because that's when Tyler Jenks died. One of the greatest traders, technical analysis, right here. So we had a summer run. It started. Well, it actually kicked off in March, right? It really okay. So what's the date